the Brown Boys. The Brown Boys. The Brown Boys. We the Brown Boys. The Brown Boys. We the Brown Boys. Fortunately, guys, I want to tell you and let you in on a little secret. There's a lot of teams in the NBA. They do not hold what they call superstar players accountable. And there's a lot of players that just wait until they get to this so-called superstar status or this all-star status. And then what they do with that status is that they turn into whiny little bitches and they don't come to practice. They don't want to have to be held to the same standard. Coaches will not hold them to the same standard. They'll see them not boxing out, not working hard, and they'll look the other way, or they'll pick another player or a big man or somebody to go at, and they'll disrespect that player because they can't say nothing to this quote unquote superstar, the guy who makes all the goddamn money. They make sure they protect their image and likeness, and they'll disavow and they'll disrespect grown men in a way that's almost criminal. And they'll do that to protect the coveted celebrity or the coveted superstar, because superstars make money. So if I was you fans, I would ask for a better product. I would do away with this superstar. And I would say, if you step on a basketball court, we're expecting you, superstar or not, to step up into the pick and roll and fight like a monster and a dog over the goddamn pick and roll. And we expect big men that if you're not 7'5" or if you're not heavy as Shaq, we expect you to show on the pick and roll. And we expect you to stop this damn ball. And we expect the NBA to put a product that's better than what they're doing out there and not cheating the game by making big men stand in the paint and let guards dribble at them and make a decision whether they throw a lob or not because they want high flying dunks. So instead of guys being able to get lobs through their hard work and running the floor like Kerry Kittles and running on the outside and crossing up underneath for layups so that a point guard can bring the ball up the floor and the big man can trail in real basketball like we used to play, they stopped that for a watered down version that make big men stand, dropping plugs so guards can score more and they can have more lobs at the rim so they can create this superstar BS and have guys thinking that they're better players than they actually are. Because if you put those guys in my era to where we could stop you from just walking around wherever you want to, and we could stop you from just flopping up like you're just going to run into a guy for a call, and they actually trap the pick and roll, and they actually show on the pick and roll in order to stop the ball and stay high and rotate, and guys actually come to training camp in shape. Because we got superstars like James Harden that can eat chicken and go party with Drake and strippers all summer long, show up looking like a big ear blimp and cross people over. And as long as he can still make it down one end of the court and shoot threes and get that arm up, then somehow somebody would pay him and say that he's still worthy enough to be one of the top players. And somebody gonna say, I'm hating and I'm jealous and I'm hating and I'm but everybody can see this nigga got a belly on the middle of the court. And this is a shame. It's ruining the product that we once all loved because we are so fanboyed out that we can't ask a superstar to act like a professional adult. Since when, just because you got money, that mean your professionalism got to go down? Since when? And just because, Gilbert, I did some things wrong, I'm not up here saying that I'm right about them. That I'm up here preaching against it. I can speak about some of the things that I'm talking about because either I've done it, I've gone through it, or seen it, or been a part of it. I have a conduct detrimental to my resume because of you. I didn't want to whip your wells because of me. I made the choice, but I felt like it was an unbelievable choice that I had. If I would have saw you that day, I definitely would have did some violence to you. So I decided that was the last day I was going to be a part of the Washington Wizards that allowed a little guy like you to ruin a franchise because somebody didn't want to hold you accountable. I don't play by those rules. So I've been a young man my entire life that made decisions based on integrity and based on what's right. And I'm not telling somebody it's right to almost threaten to assault someone. So that's why I stayed away. And I took the consequence for it. I got conduct detrimental to a team. They think I quit. They said all these things. But the truth of the matter is, there was never a team in Washington to begin with. There was everybody else in Gilbert Arenas. And I never played up under those rules. Kobe Bryant never played that. Michael Jordan never played that. And I never seen that before. And thank God I never had a team that I played with after Gil that played that. Everybody else was professional. So yeah, I didn't go to that locker room because they would have saw the guy that came from a place where they would have saw the trauma from that guy. When they feel like somebody's taking money out of your mouth through his agent and through telling a coach that I'm in your way, I think what I would have done was show that trauma of a person that I would have went back to that mindset back then when I would have thought a nigga was taking money from me. And I don't think that would have been a good situation in a professional setting. So I decided not to go. And I think it was a very smart move. We all are cool, you know. It's just motherfuckers talking. It ain't nothing but talk. So it is what it is.